Alright, so good day everyone. Selbi here for the first time in a long time. It's been quite some time since I really made a video, and I'm gonna be honest, this is not how I expected to come back at all. Remember the last time I made a video like this was, I think, 1 year ago, half a year ago, something like that, where I just said, give me your ideas, let's see what happens, and we'll come back to having a good time together. The thing is, until then, quite a lot of stuff happened in my personal life, and I really did not have the time or the energy or the headroom for any of that to actually become reality. However, today is a very special day, at least for me. Today is January 17th of 2020. Now, you might ask, what is so special about that particular day? Well, the fact of the matter is, this day marks the 10th anniversary of the first public release of Sonic ERaZor. For most people, this will be a completely normal day without anything special going on, but I've had this day marked in my calendar for well over a year now, because I knew I wanted to do something today. Unfortunately, which you might be able to hear right now, my voice is kinda raspy. It sounds like I smoked an entire pack of cigarettes in like 50 seconds. That's not what happened, but I did get a little bit sick. My original plan was actually to do a live stream for the first time ever. But I'll be quite honest, if I had done that right now, I would just sneeze into the fucking microphone and everything. There's gonna be a pain in the ass to edit down anyway, to get it done in time, because I want to get the release date out now. So what you're hearing right now is more or less live, delayed by maybe a couple hours, depending on how long it takes to edit this down. But just know this is not about, doing plan Bs and everything. This is really just because I wanted to do something. And to be honest, I still feel like doing a live stream maybe sometime in the future, because I always wanted to try it, see what happens. But yeah, until then, we'll have fun with this. And so yeah, what we're gonna do today is actually something really special, at least for me, because I will be playing the first ever release of Sonic ERaZor, released on January 17th, 2010. So yeah, this is the old topic. Quite a lot of first impressions. I can say when this was first released, I was anxious as fuck. This was the first time ever I was gonna do anything remotely as, big as what you might expect today. Because, well, until then my reputation was bullshit. I had not really that much experience yet in the whole hacking scene and everything. So I really just wanted to do something big. And I think this is really what hammered in the original concept to make this whole thing like a big thing. I remember one thing very clearly. Our dear old friend Tweaker, he was the first one to say this thing was frustrating. At least that's how I interpret it, because apart from these two gentlemen, I don't really remember too much about how the whole thing went down 10 years ago. But he was the OG basically saying, holy shit, this game is unfair, hard, and not fun to play. And that's really the inception point for when everything had to change. Because I knew I wanted to get this thing out. I wanted to be able to say, what I'm doing here is good, and people will have fun playing it while still being challenged. Granted, I was 14 back then. Like, my ballsack started to growing hair. That's kind of the level we're talking about right now. But I guess the only real thing we can do right now, apart from talking about all this bullshit, is actually getting a first-hand impression of this whole game. Because this right here, being the Sonic ERaZor wiki page on Sonic Retro, this thing is light years ahead of what actually happens. Because all of this stuff right here is beautiful and everything, but it's not what you're gonna see. So, let's go right here. We got the last release, released in 2016. That was also 4 years ago. 5th, 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st. Released exactly 10 years ago. Okay, sorry for that rough cut in the middle of nowhere. I swear this wasn't planned at all. But I just had to rip out my fucking earphones because I almost died right now. My headphones are usually in a normal condition and I don't really do any fancy stuff. It's really fine. But right now I'm wearing monitoring earphones so I can hear myself as I'm speaking to level it out, you know? And the internal volume control, all of that, is also a DAC. So everything from my computer is actually being played out from here. I never did that before, so I didn't know it was actually capable of producing audio. And the audio level was set to 100. I can tell you, I never really had a heart attack in my life, but I'm pretty sure this is what it comes close to. So, let's enjoy the silence before the storm, because this is gonna be epic. This is gonna be the first time in years, almost 10 years, that I'm playing the first release of Sonic ERaZor. Because I did not really play this game after it first got out, you know? I released it, I got the feedback, it wasn't really all that much back in the day, and then I immediately started working on the second release. And that eventually became the first staple release, and then you get the first real release, which was the third release. But to me, that was really when the game started to take shape. So what we're going to be playing today is basically a really pre-alpha version of the whole game that just happens to be called first public release and is inceptionally the first real release of the game. But don't take any mistakes, this is not really what I want you to play. This is just where it all started and it's a fun time to take a look at it. So let's get going. So that was really the normal case always. Good to see that didn't change. Oh my god. Oh my god. I completely forgot about that. Everything here is wrong. The music, this flashing light, this ridiculously hand-drawn ERZ in the middle. No. Fuck this. No. We're not doing this again. Let's just start. Oh yeah. Okay. I forgot about that. So this was really the first inception of having some sort of overlay. I have no real idea. I remember I had trouble like getting actual jumping points in here because, you know, this is a start game and all these things in the middle are supposedly dead, and I wanted to go from here directly to this one and vice versa. Did happen. But yeah. So you can just skip the entire game, go straight to the credits, but we're not gonna do that today. The Selbi music box. Oh yeah, I remember this. This really annoyed me so much because this whole like thing about the sound select, it did not work out as I intended. I wanted everything to be red. I didn't figure out when and how to do it. So what I did instead was just placing this awkward $sign and the equal signs around them and hope to make it look like this was intended, but it was not. Whatever. No, actually, before we do anything, let me go to the level select. I want to check something out. So this was... I was so full of myself back in the day, it's actually pathetic. Okay, so this is really where it all started. I don't actually know if Green Hill was the first stage, so let me just reset, go straight to the thing right here, and let's play start. Oh yeah! Holy shit, I didn't know I did this day one. I thought this came much later. Well, I did do some touching up, but... Well, there's no extended camera. But everything here is pretty much the way it is today. Except for a few touch-ups. Night Hill Place. Oh yeah. Hey, this is actually... Wow. Okay, so everything right here is actually the way it has been since the dawn of time. So this whole looping section right there, over there, was... Can I actually go there? Oh yeah. I forgot. You cannot jump twice. I think you can actually, but not with B. Was it like B? It just doesn't do anything? Was it... Okay, so C in the middle does it... Oh yeah, you have to hold up and press C. Okay. You know what? Screw this. I'm not really intending to go over there anyway. No, what we're actually gonna do here is having some fun figuring everything out. So, oh, I swear to God, why did I do this? This makes no sense. Oh, the boss, this guy. Oh, he can't be destroyed yet, but he still does damage. Yeah, I think he was part of the reason why everything was so frustrating. These guys, they home on you, but they get stuck in the ceilings sometimes. I'm not doing this intentionally, okay? I'm really just not in the shape to play this game anymore. Because all the... This is, I think, the biggest problem with this first inception of the game. Everything was just so unpolished. Like, it's the small things that suck. You know, like, having to double jump all the time, but only being fucking able to do it with... Okay, this is the kind of level we're talking right now. I'm so... Can we skip this, please? Yeah, thank you. Okay. Okay, so apparently this game is not really... And have some... What the f... Oh yeah, this was a bug. The infinite looping intro sequence. Everything here is bugged, okay? Everything. Okay. Are we finally in the real situation to play a game properly again? I hope so, because otherwise I'm gonna be really fucking pissed. It's been like 10 minutes already and I can't get past the first stage because everything right here is just bullshit design. Okay, so we're finally focused. Oh yeah, this section was different. I have to remember this now. Okay, hi, bye. Like, this was actually good platforming, if I remember correctly, but it was lame, it was just platforming. Ah, so this was also here the first day. Ah, I can't believe it. It's actually really great to know this has always been here. Like, minor touch-ups here and there, but the main ideas have pretty much been here since day one. I love that. But I remember this part right here, these spikes at the end. They were not there for decoration. They were there because I did not know how to, like, block myself from going right. Also, I had a bug back then. As you can see, I'm taking damage all the time and not really doing anything and keeping my shield. And this is because I was a moron back then. I didn't actually know that... well, I think what I tried to do was fixing everything to be like a shield count. Like every time you get a shield, you actually get one more... Oh god. Let me get my focus right now because I'm not really sure what to do right now. So as it turns out, this was also pretty much a day one thing, minus the rings, which had absolutely no purpose of being there. Oh yeah, and there was this other thing about this first inception of the stage that really pissed off people. Look at this. I'm lightly tapping the C button and immediately releasing it again. This was not what I tried to demonstrate. I just wanted to say you always go the full height no matter how long you press the button. It was not really smart of my part, I have to be completely honest. Well, we probably get to see that stage again at some point. In any case, Green Hill Place. It's Green Hill Zone. Act 1. Being the second act. Everything is exploding. Yeah, this has always been here, this guy. Oh yeah, this was a dope soundtrack, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, but really, it's kind of surprising that I was able to do this kind of stuff even back then. Though, I have to be completely honest, I'm not feeling too much joy out of this because a lot of this is like... It didn't age well, man. No, I'm not gonna use the S monitor because that's gonna break the game. We're gonna use it like this. Oh, yeah, this isn't at a floor. It was just this weird thing. I think there was a spring right here. Yeah, there was. And these... It was a fake challenge. It was no real challenge because all you had to do was actually not be a moron. And I think it pretty much... Oh yeah, the camera didn't pan back down, and the sprites glitch up. I think this was part of the reason why I just decided to give it, like... Say, fuck it, we're gonna do this. Also, yeah, I think what I remember is when you do damage... Like, excuse me, but I'm gonna use a save state right here. Well, this was not the reason why, but you did not fucking see that, okay. I survived! Yeah, because see what's happening now? He's slightly moving upwards. More and more, ever so slightly. Which means eventually you will have no more reason, no more chance to catch up to him, apart from using these springs. And even when he gets out of bounds of those, he will not stop going upwards. So really all you have to do is keeping this pace going. Like, you can already see, this was close. Okay, so here we go. That was the first act, zone, thingy, whatever. And it goes straight into the next zone without any bullshit. Ruined place. Love it. Yeah. You see these guys? These glitched out spiky dudes, I forgot their name. Caterpillar, I think? Caterkiller? Many people complained that the game was not playable on the first version. Like, they said it always started to crash right here. And this was because these kind of dudes, whatever I did with them, I don't really remember, they did not work on Fusion. So I'm currently playing with GensGS, which has always been my favorite emulator and will always be until the end of time. Yeah, that was the reason. And this dude is still doing his thing. Whatever. I'm kinda curious if we still got everything in place, because by the looks of it, most of it has not been changed since that in first spectacular release from all these years ago. Well, general shapes and forms are different, that's for sure, but like this part on right here? I forgot about that. The upwards moving pillars that do their shit regardless of what you do. So, let me just do it like this. Look at this blood just floating in midair. Oh, leave me alone. I just don't want to do this anymore. Okay, so. For the most part though, I can't really deny that this right here actually has the secret area. Yeah, it's always been here. I have no idea why I did this. Everything is so confusing, nothing makes sense. The whole game was designed with no complete... Like, there was no goal. It was just me going ballsacks. Oh god. I didn't know I had this anymore. I didn't know this was a day one thing, but apparently it was, so... Yep, everything is here, including the faster rings going down. But... What just killed me? What the fuck just killed me? The rings were all in place. Did I get crushed by that tiny spot of the spikes? There were so many manipular things right about this game that you can just say nothing here was polished. I think something crushed me right there. So you got this life stuff. No, I'm not falling for you. The jump should still be right here. Yep, that's true. You have the goggles destroying that one thing right there, and then you have the speed. Spin there, sorry. You go up here, and I think the main idea has never been changed since the first day. At least that's what it looks like. I know I have more spikes in this place. Oh fuck, this is... Whoop-a-doo. Well, can't exactly say I didn't, like, cram on some... Oh, so this... Yeah, this is one of the removed ones. I remember that. Well, that's all you're gonna see of that stage for this video. I think it was a good idea that I didn't end everything in one try. Oh, this is already the final round. Well, that was a fast one. So what I remember about this spike placed right here is that it's actually two-faced. If you go like this, it will hurt you. I think this is also the reason why I completely redesigned the opening stage to be here. Yes, I was an asshole. Okay, I get it. I still am, but you have to give me credit. I got better. So these Eggman monitors actually kill you in one hit. And the thing is, when you go airborne, I designed it in such a way that you will ultimately always spin. So if I'm gonna demonstrate it right here again, we're just gonna walk to the right, it will ultimately kill you. So what we have to do is spin dash over it. How is this fair game design? This is literally trial and error. So, let's see how it happens in the first game. So, it seems like it's pretty much the normal game, but it still has the multi-hit thing. So, ideas were always there, and then I just added and added and added. And I think really that's the beauty of this whole game, you know? Like, I'm not here to tap myself on the shoulder for how amazing I am. I'm actually serious when I say, to anybody who's actually caring about doing something, just do it. Just have fun, play around. Like, I always like to pretend everything I did here is comparable to having like a big controller panel full of buttons that blink and do crazy stuff. You don't even know what they do. All you want to do is like click that red button because it looks interesting. And then you do. And then you play with it a little bit and you have fun. You just enjoy yourself. And maybe, just maybe, you will be able to create something wicked out of nowhere. Be able to just say, oh, this is amazing, even though it has no reason to be there. Just have fun with what you do. I think that's the beauty of hacking, really. It should not be a competition about who's better. It should be about people finding passion in something that is so old. Like, I'm playing a game right now that is literally older than me. I just did a few changes here and there to suit my own needs, have some fun with it. So if I can get any positive message out of this video, all I want to really say is, do your stuff, have fun with it. Can you please start spawning on the right direction? This is really fucking annoying, you know? This is fake difficulty once again. Okay, I'm gonna speed this up. Excuse me. Okay, finally. This was not challenging, this was just annoying. I think this is also why I changed it. Okay, so that was already the final game, the final boss. So, I do wonder... This looks eerily... Has it already been here since day one? No, it hasn't. Okay, I'm gonna pause right there, because this is important. You see that ledge over there, right? I can tell you with all my honesty that the original gag of, you know, him falling over the ledge and then dying, and then on the bottom right it says "you mad bro," that was a bug. Well, obviously not the "you mad bro," I programmed that in, but him falling over in the first place and dying, that was not intentional. Because, believe it or not, this whole thing right here has actually a speed cap installed, and I, for some reason at some point, deleted it, or fixed it, patched it out for whatever reason. He was so fast that he didn't manage to stop in time and, you know, fell over, died. That was hilarious. So I just said, keep it in, put a little annoying message right there just to rub it in. And yeah, that's the story of how that whole happened. Yeah, also that fixed this problem. Thanks for playing this game. Why is it in such a weird direction? Project leader Selbi. Well, ASM's... Oh god. Yeah, I just took the original text and... Oh, who doesn't remember Scar? Thank you, Claudia. Never managed to talk to that guy again. And you are the Knuckles, still to the final release, one of the guys. Randomness, yep. These are a lot of people. Claudia, Iwaden, Deoxys Kyogre, Arexion, Maki Jester, Io Jenkins. I miss you guys, I really do. Like, half of the people right here I've not talked to in like a decade. It's really depressing. Well, yours truly, of course. Okay, thanks, bye. I think Mega G-Wolf stole that at some point. I'm not really too sure anymore. In any case, yeah, that was pretty much the first release of Sonic ERaZor. And now we're just gonna quickly go through a couple, level select shenanigans, see what the other stages were, and it crashed. You know what? This is it. This is as far as I will go. I'm really impressed, actually. Like, how much I was able to do back in the day. Obviously, the game was broken, it was unbalanced, unpolished, had a lot of crap in there that didn't need to be there. It was unfair, it was frustrating. It was just really, really unrefined. But in that case, I find it even more bizarre that I was able to manage this whole thing off in the last time and be able to make a game that was not complete bullshit. It was not garbage from start to finish. It was actually more or less cool. And for that, I'm really glad. So with this, I can just all leave you guys saying thank you for sticking around. Anybody who's made it this far obviously knew what they were going into. I just want to say thank you that you were able to celebrate this moment together, and who knows, maybe in another, let's say another 10 years, we're gonna have another anniversary of this game, a 20th anniversary or something, I don't know. Because this has been part of my youth, you know? I like talking about it all the time because it defines part of my growing up schedule. If it wasn't for this game, I wouldn't be here right now doing what I like, you know? So with that, I'm not gonna annoy you any longer. Have a good day, have fun, do whatever you want now, enjoy your free time. Until then, I'm Selbi, I'll catch you around. See ya.